Kamala will fire. While hearing a plea related to the case, the Bombay High Court has slammed the civic body, the BMC, and has questioned their entire licensing process. The High Court has said that if the terrace was illegally occupied by the restaurant, how could the BMC give a license to operate even an eatery on the premises? The High Court added that this kind of laxity has not happened for the first time, and instead people's safety should have been the prime focus. In response, the BMC has said that the erring restaurants got licenses by misrepresenting the facts, and even the civic body's own officials were also involved. Right, and Santhya now joins me with more on that story that is just coming in. Santhya, what else happened in court today? The High Court has come down very, very heavily, it seems, on the BMC.
Yes, absolutely. This entire PIL was filed by ex-top cop of Mumbai, Julio Ribeiro. In the last hearing, Bombay High Court took the cognizance of the PIL. And today, while representing the side of the BMC lawyers told High Court that these particular restaurants in question, they were operating without license. The BMC, that entire thing is illegally occupied. That was the defense of BMC lawyers to this. Bombay High Court slammed BMC by saying that if it was illegally occupied, how could the BMC in the first place issue license? To this, the BMC lawyers they replied that this took place because the owners they obtained the license by misrepresenting the facts and with the help of some of the BMC officials. BMC lawyers also told the court that how in the initial phase of the investigation they have found that some of their officials are guilty of participating in such an illegal practice, and they will very soon take an action against them. Apart from this, another thing on which BMC got slammed by Bombay High Court, BMC said that on a regular basis they conduct safety checks. So Bombay High Court has clearly measured that if BMC is doing this in reality on day after tomorrow, that is 14th of Feb, BMC has to produce first the entire guideline of how do they conduct their safety checks and what exactly is the procedure, and also second the entire on rooftop restaurant policy. These two things have to be produced by BMC on record in Bombay High Court on 14th of February. Apart from this, Kavita, there is another thing that on the question of hookah bar license, BMC lawyer made a revelation which has come as a shock to many, because BMC lawyer told Bombay High Court that tobacco is a union subject. Maharashtra state government or any other state government has nothing to do with this. It does not come under the jurisdiction of BMC. So there is no question of providing or not providing any hookah serving license to any of these restaurant owners. To this, BMC lawyers, up to the information, they have said that they have not provided any hookah bar license to any of these restaurants. So this also indicates, and BMC lawyers have said that this also indicates that there is a chance that some officials are involved in providing these hookah license, that too without any proper conduct for the first for the first matter, and after that they are providing these license when there is no such policy exists. This is absolutely out of BMC's jurisdiction. So that thing also BMC lawyers told High Court that they will investigate. They will investigate this particular aspect as well. But this particular aspect comes across as a revelation as far as the hookah serving license is concerned, because there are so many aspects to this, the entire thing of cancelling the hookah bar license, because initially as a defense these restaurant owners, Mojo Bistro and one above, they used this particular aspect as their defense, that they had this license to serve the hookah. But now this entire defense is going to fall flat, because BMC lawyer told Bombay High Court on record that there is no such thing as serving hookah license, because that is not even a municipality's jurisdiction. That's a state, that's a central subject, and not a state subject.
Right, Sankhya, also the other thing, BMC itself was conducting a probe as far as its officials were concerned. What is the status of that probe?
Last month, the the report of the initial investigation was submitted to the state government by Ajoy Mehta, BMC Municipal Commissioner, BMC Commissioner himself. He submitted the report to the state. And in fact, if I talk about this PIL, they were waiting because in the court as well, there were certain points which were raised by the petitioner, and these were the points, of course, that what is the what license the restaurant had, what were the guidelines, what was the checklist, and what are the safety measures. To this, the BMC lawyers, they requested the court to wait for the report, which was filed the same week by the BMC commissioner to the state. And in that report itself, BMC commissioner has clearly mentioned that how he's suspecting that many of his officers were also involved in providing the license to these restaurants without following the proper and the legal procedure. So that's why he has said that he's suspecting that some of them are guilty, and a detailed investigation, a thorough investigation will take place, and the action will be taken. He also mentioned that how fire department is also at fault because when fire department conducted of latest investigation there, a latest inspection there, for that matter, there was no, that's something fire department has mentioned in its report as well, that there was no illegal encroachment on the rooftop where the Mojo Bistro was located. There were no bamboos, there was no tent, nothing was there. But when the fire took place, and we all saw visuals that how exactly there were bamboo stakes, there was this entire shed which was there, and in fact the fire department also they use pictures to back up their claim. So that is why, in fact, one of the fire officer was also arrested, because the allegations against him were that either he used backdated pictures and tried to mislead the department, or he, in the first place, did not even go to the spot to conduct the inspection and just used some mock pictures. So these were the allegations against him.
Right, Sandhya, thank you for getting us those details. The Bombay High Court there coming down very, very heavily on the BMC and questioning, in fact, its licensing process.